Yo, 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 what up? What up? What's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday. Here's Andy Eversole with Banjo Earth. Thank you for tuning in. Really appreciate you being here. I'm so excited to get this movie out to you, let everyone see it. It's been a long time in the making. I went to Brazil last year in December and January, and that's when this was recorded. We recorded much of the album then. It might be weird looking at it now and saying, hey, how come nobody's wearing a mask? That's what I feel like when I'm watching movies now. It's a weird time. But this was recorded December, January, right at the very tail end of the old world, shall we say. And I'm really happy how it turned out. It's a beautiful movie and album. And just thank y'all so much for being here tonight and tuning in here. So, let's see, what do we got going on? Coming to you live from Brazil right now. Actually, I'm in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Gigantic city, beautiful place, so much culture, and one of my favorite places in the world now. So we're coming live from Brazil. Thank you for being here. Yeah, Brazil is amazing so far in Banjo Earth. If you don't know what Banjo Earth is, it's a project where I go to different countries. I collaborate with local folk musicians, kind of travel around, do some filming of us making the album, making the music, the food, the culture, sort of like a Anthony Bourdain with the banjo type scenario. And it's my favorite things all packed in together: travel, banjo, people, adventure, music. Have a blast doing it. This is the third one. Went to China first, India second, and this last one is Brazil. So got a few thank yous to get out of the way here before we get the movie started. I want to jump right into it, but thanks to all the people, the fans, my family, my friends who supported the project. This definitely wouldn't be possible without your support, either the financial support of helping us go on these trips and pay everyone involved, or the moral support, or people just sharing the stuff out. It's so much appreciated, and it really is essential to making this happen the way the whole industry works these days. So thank you so much for everyone who has supported the project. And speaking of supporting, you still can do that. We got a donation link down below here, and you can actually buy some stuff, some shirts, CDs, DVDs from banjoearth.com. We suggest those for watching the movie tonight. Not required, but certainly suggested and certainly appreciated to help us create more peace through music, community through creation, to keep good films and music coming your way. Let's see. I want to thank everyone that's been involved in the film. First of all, I want to thank Paul Byun, who came to Brazil and filmed this video. He got the video footage, spent about 10 days traveling with me in Brazil. He also recorded India, and so he's an amazing filmmaker. He took all the footage of this film. I took it home and edited during the quarantine, and so that's what I spent my quarantine doing, was editing this film. So thank you, Paul, for doing such great video work here. I want to also thank everybody that's been in the album and in the movie. We've got Mari Della Vecchia, who she's singing, and she'll be actually joining me here soon, playing some music for y'all. Felipe Pedro, Kevin Shordahl, Rodrigo Cerne, Marcelo Conti, Kaiser, Carol Atfield, Wagner Kriaruska, Banjo Five Cordis, Gigito, Vitor Rios, Professor Paulinho, Marina Rosalim, Raiza Klippel, Emeline Marquez, and Tadio Farias. So thank you all so much for being a part of it. Really appreciate y'all lending your talents to this film and this music, and thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoy the movie. We're gonna just jump right into it here, and we'll be here right after the movie for a little Q&A if you got any questions about anything or any comments, and then we're gonna play a couple live tunes for you. So thank you so much. Much love to all of you out there. Stay healthy and strong, and I hope you enjoy Banjo Earth, Brazil. Here we go. There's not much you can really do to prepare yourself for what you will find in Brazil. Yeah, you can learn a few Portuguese phrases and get a laugh from a local. Yes, you can do some research and find those definitely can't miss hotspots. And yes, you can even find the perfect bathing suit that will have you feeling your most Brazilian when you're soaking up the sun. But it's not until you have that first sip of a caipirinha, the first splashes of the cold Atlantic Ocean on your body, or the first drops of sweat while you're dancing in a dark, hot, crowded samba club. That's when you really know you're in a magical place. So come on along for the journey and find out for yourself. This is Banjo Earth, Brazil. When you think of Brazil, most of the images that pop in your mind originate from the city of Rio de Janeiro, a gorgeous, picturesque collision of nature and city. Rio is a place where either your heart or your phone could get stolen. With some of the most famous beaches in the world, lively streets filled with cafes and bars, and the birthplace of so many Brazilian musical styles. This was the logical place to begin the journey. I could barely wait to tune up the banjo and jump headfirst into the music. I could already feel the rhythms igniting my spirit. But when in Rio, first things first, time for the ocean. Getting all that out of the way, it was time to get down to business. We had a lot of music to make. Brazil's musical legacy is legendary. It's like throwing together some of the most amazing ingredients to make the perfect dish. Spicy, tangy, surprising, with a depth of soul that leaves you more than satisfied. Start with the ancient music of the Aboriginal and Amazon tribes. Throw in some Portuguese and Spanish European flavors. Add in the pulse and heartbeat of Africa. And there you have it, a magical, musical concoction. Music in Brazil is like breathing. It's necessary for life. It seems that everyone, everywhere, all the time is part of the music. Listening, playing, dancing. Since I found myself in Rio de Janeiro, the home of so many styles, I wanted to go straight to the source. Chorinho, bossa nova, samba, Brazilian rock. It was all here, and I was ready to turn on. Oi.
We're in Lapa right now, getting ready to go to a Chorinho session. Chorinho is one of the oldest folk music traditions in Brazil. This is sort of the birthplace of samba and Chorinho. It's a really famous, cool spot. There's graffiti everywhere. and we're getting ready to take the banjo up into this apartment and get a Chirino session going on with some amazing musicians.
Oh yeah, that was really fun. I learned so much about the vibe and history of the music. And Kevin, Rodrigo, and Felipe were such tasty musicians and just really fun guys. After that, my head was swimming. So to let off some steam, we met up with my friend Marina for a relaxing stroll through the neighborhood. Marina took us to a local farmer's market where there is absolutely no chill. But that was fine by me. A Brazilian farmer's market is a feast for the senses. The colors will open up your eyes. The flavors will open up your mind. And the smiles of the people connect you to the most ancient parts of humanity. These markets pop up all over Rio. And if you find yourself in the middle of one, just soak it all in and enjoy.
Tell us a little bit about the neighborhood that you live
This
here.
is Laranjeiras neighborhood, and it's very traditional. Has a lot of musicians and artisans living here around, and we like this farmers market a lot. Yeah. It's very traditional too as well, and it is a typical Carioca neighborhood.
And this farmers market happens when?
Once a week. On Saturdays.
Yeah.
And unfortunately we don't have today, but today usually we have Chirino as well.
Yeah. Music, live music.
Yeah.
And a lot of people come here and do their shopping for the week at the farmers market to get their vegetables.
We meet each other, our neighbors, and buy some vegetables and listen to good music.
So, what are your favorite parts of Brazil, and why should somebody who's never been here visit Brazil?
Brazil, the food is amazing.
Yeah?
The people are amazing. I like Brazil. I think it's very special, and we are very warm. We are very talkative, friendly.
Yeah?
And we have amazing food.
After that refreshing adventure, it was time for some rock and roll. Through luck and happenstance, I ran into an amazing guitarist named Carlos Cafe. He studied guitar in the U.S. in college and has been making music in Brazil ever since. I first visited his studio just to hang and jam, then returned later to meet his full band and record one of my original songs. What's up, y'all? We're in the famous Carlos Cafe studios today, Rio de Janeiro. Carlos is an amazing rock and roll blues guitar player, and we're tracking a new track here for the Banjo Earth Brazil album, a new song called
take the dog for a walk. So we're gonna get that Brazil flavor in here today.
Take the dog for a walk. Take the dog for a walk. Down the street to the east. Take the dog for a walk. The rain starts falling. Your voice is calling to me. Can't keep a cat in a bag. Can't keep a cat in a bag. They get around and paint the town. Can't keep a cat in a bag. The rain keeps falling. Your voice is calling to me. The secret's hidden in the sauce. The secret's hidden in the sauce. Rio isn't all business. You can have some fun here too. Here are a few Banjo Earth travel suggestions to make the most of your stay. First, you have to get something in your belly. Some sustenance for all of your upcoming adventures. I suggest starting with delicious and refreshing acai, followed by some amazing Brazilian coffee. Maybe a street snack, such as a coxinha. Next, have a beer at the corner bar while you make a couple of new friends. Now that you're fed, it's time to meet Jesus. Christ the Redeemer, Cristo Redentor, sits atop the mountain overlooking Rio, and it is an absolute must visit.
Essa briga que chamaram vida, eu decidi parar pra pensar só mais pouquinho e escolher em que lado do...
Man, that was so amazing. You can't imagine how big the sculpture, the statue is until you get up there and see it. You can see it from all over Rio on top of the mountain. It looks majestic, but once you get up there, it's just amazingly spectacular and beautiful. But it's really cool being here. The look on his face is so peaceful and warm, and just being here the day after Christmas is pretty special. So highly, 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 highly recommend it.
Sistema solar.
Besides Jesus, there are endless things to see and do in Rio de Janeiro. Go for a hike and cable ride to the top of Pau Açúcar, or Sugarloaf Mountain, for some of the best views of the city. Visit Jardim Botanical Gardens to get a taste of Brazil's incredibly diverse array of flora. As the day comes to a close, make sure you are in Ipanema to witness a spectacular sunset. And once night falls, definitely visit Lapa to check out some of Rio's oldest and hottest music clubs. Whichever way you turn, there's something new to see, taste, or hear. So leave your worries and expectations at the door and let Rio do what it does best: create magic.
Seu filme já saiu de cartaz, cortar o gás não vai evitar a explosão do sistema.
Rio is an incredible place, and I made some great friends there. But Brazil is so big, beautiful, and mysterious. There was so much more to explore. So the next stop on the Banjo Earth journey was the largest city in the southern hemisphere, Brazil's cultural and economic powerhouse, Sao Paulo.
What up, y'all? We're in Sao Paulo today. Brazil, middle Brazil, the biggest city in the southern hemisphere. It's like almost 25 million people live here. And it's a great place to come check out art, music, all kinds of food. And one of the coolest things about it is all the different immigrants that have come from all over the world. It's incredibly diverse. And right now we're in Liberdade, which is the Japanese-based neighborhood. A lot of Japanese immigrants came here, Korean, Chinese, and this place is just filled with Japanese food, Japanese stores. And so we're gonna take a look around, try some different foods, and just see what the vibe is here.
Sao Paulo just may be the coolest city in the world. You can feel the energy as soon as you arrive. It's completely Brazilian, but influenced by so many other cultures. From afar, it looks like a bunch of Legos put up randomly. So it's not the prettiest city. But the real beauty lies on the inside. Once you really dig in, that's when you feel it. Hungry? Thirsty? Want to listen and dance to some of the best music on the planet? Before venturing too far into the chaos, we met up with some local friends, American transplant Kaiser Alexander and his girlfriend Carol Atfield, and local vegan entrepreneur and musician Madi Della Vecchia.
I've been in Brazil for 5 years. Haven't left yet. Don't plan on doing it anytime soon. And Brazilians, they just have a passion that I haven't seen very many other places. I've been to about 50 countries, and Brazilians are some of the coolest people. They are passionate in everything they do, and you have to take the good with the bad. I mean, they're passionate when they love or when they hate, when they fight, when they when they work, when they play. Like, everything is passion, and you can see that. I just really connect to that here, and they're just cool people, and I haven't got enough of it yet.
Eu gosto muito das pessoas daqui, realmente nós temos um calor próprio, muito bom, aconchegante, nós somos comunicativos com pessoas de fora, com pessoas daqui, especialmente com pessoas de fora, brasileiros adoram pessoas de fora. O país é muito bonito e infelizmente falta algumas coisas para que ele seja tão bom quanto ele poderia ser, mas tem muita coisa boa para aproveitar e muita coisa que muitos brasileiros às vezes nem conhecem, lugares e, enfim, muitas coisas. Mas é um país muito especial.
So here we are with Madi. Tell us a little bit about where you're from, where you grew up, how you ended up here in Sao Paulo, Brazil.
I'm from Sao Paulo. I grew up in Sao Paulo, and I ended up in Sao Paulo because I love Sao Paulo.
What is your favorite parts about Sao Paulo, and why do you choose to live here year after year?
Well, the main thing for me, I think, is the music. I would say that our African immigration has a very big part on it because all the rhythms, all the Brazilian rhythms have some African roots. The drums and the beats, it's unresistible. Is that irresistible? Irresistible. It's irresistible, and I think there's a point where your heart, it just connects with it, and then you're addicted.
They say you can find anything in Sao Paulo, so I was only slightly surprised to discover an awesome bluegrass banjo player living and working here. Wagner Krioruska has a band called Bardo Ao Banjo and a successful YouTube channel entirely in Portuguese teaching people to play the banjo. Of course, we had to get together for a jam, and when we were joined by his amazing spoon-playing wife, Emmeline, we found a really nice groove and recorded the folk music classic, the Cuckoo Bird. Well, we're down in the south part of Sao Paulo today with my buddy Wagner, banjo 5 cordis, Bardo e Banjo.
Bardo Banjo.
Banjo man of Brazil. He's got the only banjo channel on YouTube in Portuguese. So we're gonna sit down and jam some old Americana music and see what kind of recording we can make here. Let's just see what happens.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, up! Gonna build me old cabin on the mountain, so high, so I can see me as she passing by. Oh, the cuckoo, she's a pretty bird. She rebels as she's fly. I never see the cuckoo till the 14th of July. I'll play cards in England. I'll play cards in Spain. I'll bet you $10. I'll beat you in that game. Jack Adamas, I know you from the old year of my port pockets. I'm a silver in my gold.
At this point, I was just having way too much fun. But I couldn't stop now. You have to get it while the getting is good. It was almost time to leave Sao Paulo, but there was one more musical stop to make before traveling on. I first met Raiza at the National Irish Jam in Sao Paulo, where some of the best musicians gather to play Irish songs all night. She is a very talented singer, violinist, dancer, and clothing designer. We got together for a banjo and vocal duet and recorded an old samba tune entitled
Tiro,
Ciro,
Ao,
Ao,
Álvaro.
Alvaro.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Here we go. Ready?
Yeah. de tanto levar frechada do teu olhar. De tanto levar frechada do teu olhar, meu peito até parece, sabe o que? Tauba de tiro ao álvaro, não tem mais onde furar. De tanto levar frechada do teu olhar, meu peito até parece, sabe o que? Tauba de tiro ao álvaro, não tem mais onde furar. Teu olhar mata mais do que bala de carabina, que veneno estricnina, que peixeira de baiano. Teu olhar mata mais que atropelamento de automóvel, mata mais que bala de revólver. De tanto levar frechada.
By now, it was really time to go, but I had already fallen in love. Sao Paulo had changed me in so many beautiful ways, and I knew I would never be the same again. But the back roads of Brazil were calling, and I had to answer. First stop, the jungle paradise of Ilha Grande.
In the mountains of Brazil. Ah!
It was really nice to connect to that jungle spirit. That's a powerful and unique energy. After getting back on the mainland, it was time to move on up the Brazilian coast. Next stop, the ancient, mystical, musical city of Salvador. Salvador has a strong magnetism. As soon as I began exploring here, I felt a deep spiritual connection. Brazil's African influence is unmistakable. Home of capoeira, world-famous drum schools, and historic museums and churches. Salvador is also home to some incredible musicians. One of those is Vitor Rios, or Gigito. He met up with me one day to show me around the town. He's a really interesting guy, has an incredible mustache, and is a fantastic banjo player. We had a blast swapping stories and songs. While enjoying a beer with Gigito at the local bar, I ran into another incredible musician, Professor Paulinho. We started chatting, and the next thing I know, I'm in his drum studio taking a lesson. We also got a chance to sit down and record this impromptu improvisation. something really special about Salvador, and it left my soul cup overflowing. But I was on a mission to make it to the Amazon rainforest, and nothing was going to stop me, except for a slight detour to the beautiful city of Recife for a little taste of Carnival. Now that was one crazy party. And the funny thing is, Carnival wasn't for another 6 weeks. They were just getting warmed up. After catching my breath, it was time to fulfill a lifelong dream, exploring the Amazon rainforest.
Alright y'all, we're at Mercado Vero Peso. One of my favorite things traveling the countries, and especially Brazil, is checking out the markets. The people here are amazing. The salt of the earth people seem to be some of the happiest. And just the beautiful colors of the vegetables. The fish market right over here, that's really amazing to check out. And then they've got a bunch of food cooking over here with the fried fish, the acai. And I love the markets. It's just such a cool collection of vegetables, fruits, life, people. And you can really walk through and get a taste of what Amazon life is like up here in Belém.
Belém is one of the jumping off points to enter the Amazon. My time was running short, but I had come this far. I just had to get into the jungle. So I hitched a boat across the river to the island of Cambu. I got dropped off at a riverside restaurant where I found liquid courage in the bottom of a caipirinha. After that, I was ready for a hike into the forest. It wasn't long, however, that I realized why I was here and had an incredible experience that left me in tears.
Oh yes, yes. I'm having a very religious, spiritual experience. This forest is incredible. And I just had these memories from early childhood of being in the jungle, in the Amazon. And here I am. I don't know how this works, how it happens, but just these trees. I hugged this tree right here, and it grounded me through the earth. And oh my God, I just traveled through time in spirit and the Netherlands.
I wanted to stay much longer, but it was time to go. I was really thankful for the brief but powerful adventure into the Amazon rainforest. It's such a huge part of the fabric of the culture, and one of the main reasons why the Brazilian spirit is so rich and deep. As an American, we sort of grow up with a mythical impression of Brazil. Rainforests full of exotic plants and animals. Music, food, and culture that will blow your mind. And beautiful people enjoying beautiful beaches. Of course, Brazil is all of that, but so much more. And the best part of it all, Brazilians themselves. Warm, friendly, and ready to embrace you with open arms. Because once you visit, you too will be a Brazilian. Forever in my heart, and always in my music. Brazil is one more place that I can call home. Peace through music, community through creation. This is Banjo Earth, Brazil.
Boa noite, a senhora. Onde você vai agora? Nós vamos beber alguma coisa. Ficar no sobre os braseiros da manhã. Boa noite, a senhora. Onde você vai agora? Nós vamos beber alguma coisa e falar sobre os braseiros da manhã.
Boa noite, senhora.
Boa noite,
Com licença, senhora.
senhora.
Onde você vai agora?
Da manhã,
O que você quer beber? Beber alguma coisa?
senhora.
Muito linda.
Da manhã,
Eu quero comer você.
noite,
Meu amor.
senhora.
Minha morena. Boa noite, senhora.
Da manhã, da manhã, da manhã.
Oi. Tudo bem? Check it, check. What's going on, everybody? How'd you enjoy the movie? What'd you think there? We got a few comments coming in there. Gigito, great movie. Muito bom. Sanders says it's great. Guys, hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Miss Mari Della Vecchia here.
Oi, boa noite.
Say hi, Mari. You saw her in the movie there. She says, I was born in Sao Paulo. I grew up in Sao Paulo. I live in Sao Paulo because I love Sao Paulo.
I'm a fan.
This is the Sao Paulo girl. You heard one of her songs in there when I was visiting the Jesus. Her song called Abismo, which is amazing. So check out her music on Spotify, Mari Della Vecchia. Thank you all so much for all the wonderful comments coming in. Really appreciate it. We have that donation button, and you can buy some merch and music and stuff. Help us keep making more of these things. We'll see as soon as the world starts to open up a little bit, we can get back out and do some Banjo Earth stuff. But in the meantime, we're here in Brazil, inside, get ready to make some music for you guys. So Marty and I are gonna play a few tunes, some Brazilian banjo flavors. She plays guitar and all kinds of cool percussion instruments. So let's see what we can do for the folks here. We're gonna start out with one here called Visco de Jaca. Is that how you say it?
Visgo da Jaca.
Visco da Jaca means the sticky part of the jackfruit.
Sticky juice.
Of the jackfruit. So hope you like it. Give it a go now.
Opa, wrong tune. Wrong key.
Ooh, there we go. Much better.
I'm so professional.
Já cansou, bem te vi, insiste no sofrer, é o diabo. Caiolô, curió e calou maná, é o diabo. Segurou o visgo da jaca, cambaxi, racolê.
O Diabo. That song's got the devil in there. It's sort of like the Brazilian devil went down to Georgia. What's that song about? There's like the words.
I don't know. It's about some
Birds are flying.
Some spell, I think.
Some spell.
Some spell
That's
about
the sticky part of the jackfruit is like the spell.
The sticky
love
part
spell.
of the jackfruit got her into this girl, and now he can't go anywhere. He's trapped.
I see.
Yes. Thank
Well,
you, Andy.
Yeah. I hope y'all enjoyed that. Hope everyone's wearing their best thong out there tonight. Who's got a good thong on tonight? We're in Brazil. This is Banjo Earth, Brazil. This is the thong capital of the
You should be
world.
wearing your Brazilian swimming suit.
I know. It's a little cool tonight. I didn't, you know, things get a little scary when it's too cold and you got the thong on. You know what I mean? Yeah, that movie, man. That movie will make you want to go to Brazil, I think. If you haven't been to Brazil, you
Yes.
got to come.
But
Check
I
out Rio,
miss-
Sao Paulo. Check out Recife, Salvador, the Amazon. There's so many great places to see.
But that is the real Brazil. Now during the pandemic,
Yeah.
I miss Sao Paulo.
Yeah, let's hope the real
How it
Brazil
used to
comes
be.
back soon.
Yes, I hope.
Yeah, well, let's do a little Brasileirinho. It's a tune, it's a choro song, Chorinho. It's one by Valdir Azevedo. I think it was like in the 40s maybe. It was written in the 40s or 50s. It was written on the cavaquinho, which translates really good over to the banjo. So this one's called Brasileirinho. It means little Brazilian. Here we go. Bravo.
Bravo.
Mari Della Vecchia on the shakers there, yo. What do you think
Yes.
about that?
Andy made me do this. I couldn't say no, so.
It's past her bedtime.
He has me a slave now.
She's
here.
my slave. That's a chorinho song, which is one of my favorite types of Brazilian music. Chorinho, which means cry, tears, or something, right? What's the literal meaning?
Yes, it's a little cry.
Yeah, cry, little cry, yeah. And so it's like, it takes a lot from jazz and classical. Mandolin is a very prominent instrument. Jacques de Bandolim was one of the pioneers of it, and it's such a cool music, one of my favorites. And that's where I actually first started hearing Brazilian music, was on David Grisman albums. He put some chorinho songs there from Jacques de Bandolim. And that actually got me started thinking about this whole thing many, many years ago. I was like, one day I want to go to Brazil and play some of that music. It sounds awesome. And lo and behold, here I am. So,
Well done, Andy.
yeah. Well, let's see. Let's do a little samba. Another famous Brazilian style. We'll get Mari to sing
Hi,
one.
Andrew.
Get Mari to sing one here. Greensboro in the house. Yes, I'm from, live in Greensboro, North Carolina. Right now, living in Sao Paulo here for the time being. I'm quarantining here. My wish came true. I did Quarantine With You. That song kind of went wild on YouTube for a little bit, and it was about this girl here. So, dreams do come true. We are quarantined together. So here's one called Chiro Alvaro. It was on the movie. I did it with Raiza. It's on the album, and we're gonna give it a shot here. Here we go.
De tanto levar frechada do teu olhar, meu peito até parece, sabe o quê? Tábua de chihuahua, não tem mais onde furar. Tentando levar frechada do teu olhar, meu peito até parece, sabe o quê? Tábua de chihuahua, não tem mais onde furar. Meu olhar mata mais do que bala de carabina, que veneno estricnina, que peixeira de baiano. Meu olhar mata mais que atropelamento de automóvel, mata mais que bala de revólver. Tanto levar frechada do teu olhar, meu peito até parece, sabe o quê? Tábua de chihuahua, não tem mais onde
Chiro Alvaro. Yeah, Mari Della Vecchia.
Andy.
Get it going on now.
God.
Thank you kindly. Hope y'all are enjoying the music tonight.
This is in Brazil we call it "You Put Me in the Fireplace."
Put me in the fireplace.
You put me in the fireplace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the hot seat,
The hot
we call
seat.
it. The
Yeah.
hot seat.
Is that the fireplace? Fire pit?
The fire pit.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
when
fire
it's-
pit's where you have like an outdoor fire. Everybody's
So
sitting
you
around.
put me in the fire pit.
Yeah, you're in the fire pit now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm old.
You
I have
are.
to do these things.
Yeah. We gotta keep you alive here.
Go through new things.
If you didn't do this, you would probably just die off.
Yeah. I'm dying.
We're all dying
Anyway.
a little bit at a time. Actually, I saw where one of my favorite musicians, Chick Corea, passed away. Like I just saw that right before I went live. So rest in peace, Chick Corea. Incredible musician, jazz, piano player.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Is there anything else?
Yeah,
No,
let's
that's
do a little
it.
bluegrass. Let's finish with a bluegrass tune for the evening. Just want to send mad love out to you guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in and enjoying the movie. And if you'd like to donate, we got the link there. Donate, help us make some more music and films, and buy some T-shirts and stuff. Anything helps us keep going. You know, it takes a lot of people to make these things, and they do a lot of good work, and we like to pay them fairly when we can. So your support really helps us do that. And yeah, we're gonna finish here with a good bluegrass tune. One from Flat and Scruggs here. We're gonna get some Brazilian triangle going on in this and some harmonies. It's called Little Girl of Mine in Tennessee. Ready? Here we go now. Well, a long time ago when I left my home, you know, down in them hills of Tennessee, the sweetest little girl ever in this world, down in them hills of Tennessee. Oh, little girl of mine, Tennessee, I know she's waiting there for me. Someday I'll settle down in that little country town, that little girl of mine, Tennessee. Keep going now. Well, she begged me not to go. You'll be sorry, dear, I know, for the way that you've been treating me. Well, rambled all around, but nothing could be found. Take the place of her, Tennessee. Oh, little girl of mine, Tennessee, I know she's waiting there for me. Someday I'll settle down in that little country town, that little girl of mine, Tennessee. Well, someday I wander back to that little cabin shack, little girl that's waiting there for me. I can see her smiling face waiting for me at the gate, down in them hills of Tennessee. Oh, little girl of mine, Tennessee, I know she's waiting there for me. Someday I'll settle down in that little country town, that little girl of mine, Tennessee. Yes, someday I'll settle down in that little country town with that little girl of mine, Tennessee.
Okay.
Yeehaw!
Yeah.
Thank you, Marty, for jamming with me tonight. Marty Delavecchia, everyone.
Thank you,
Uh,
Andy.
And I'm Andy Eversole, and thank you so much, y'all, for being here and tuning in to the Banjo Earth world premiere. It's going to be up on YouTube tomorrow. If you want to share it with your friends and family, and I want to spread it all around because it's just, you know, I feel like there's some love in it, and that's what I want to do, is spread some love around the world and bring people together through the power of music. You know, we're continually told how many things separate us, how divided we are, and I don't think that's true. I believe we just really want to love each other, and so I think music's the way through that door. So share if you can, donate, help us make some more music, buy some of the stuff, and just love each other out there, give each other a hug, and do your thing. Thank y'all for tuning in. Much love, and we'll see you next time. Take it easy. Boa noite.
Boa noite, gente.
Ciao.
Tchau. God, so hard.